Hey you guys, this is Amanda, aka Miss She's Determined. This is your Unorthodox podcast. Here today, coming with another episode. Hi you guys, today I'm in my vehicle and I'm sitting off the side of a 7-Eleven about to go get me a cup of ice because it's very hot outside today. And as I was sitting in my car, I'm like, man, let's have this conversation because something happened to me yesterday and it was quite interesting, and I'm healing. And in my process of healing, I would like for you guys to come on this journey with me. At first, in the beginning, I felt like I was just too broken to do anything. Lord knows that's how I felt. It's making me emotional right now. Excuse me, you guys. It's very serious though. I felt like I was too broken to show up for my business, show up for my life, my kids, my family, and anybody who cared for me and loved me. I feel like I was too broken. Now, how I got to that place is several things happened to me, but I would not like to live. I would like to just move on to the future. But in my process, I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm learning a lot about my boundaries. I'm learning a lot about the things that I will and won't accept, or the things that I don't accept, but I let fly with certain people. And I was with my ex, and okay, you could talk about me, you could throw shade, you could say whatever. But the point of this conversation in this episode is I was giving grace to people who felt like, because I'm giving them grace, I'm stupid, I'm this, I'm that. Have you ever met a person that took advantage of your kindness or thought that kindness was weakness? And they looked at you like, oh, you're being weak or whatnot. And I have a thing. And I was just telling the Lord, like, before I got on the pod, like, okay, why is it that I'm letting people pull on my heartstrings? Like, these people that I care for, I let them pull on my heartstrings. I have a deep sense of like loyalty within myself. I know that I do. And I don't like saying what I have, because I feel like people who speak what they have, they don't have it. Like a person be like, oh, I'm a boss, I'm a big boss. Bosses don't need to feel validated by people. They're invalid. You feel validated inside yourself. But I do get it. Sometimes you try to impress people. Because we got a little ego, we want our little ego to be stroked. So I get it. So, I'm just saying, sometimes you're loyal to a fault, basically. These are traits. After, when you're healing, you just want somebody to understand you, feel where you're coming from sometimes, and validate that you were done wrong, and that you can pick up the pieces where they lay. Sometimes the people that you love are so used to you being strong, they have never witnessed a weaker version of you, and they're unattracted to that version of you. And they don't know why they can't be compassionate to that person, that version of you, because they themselves can't be compassionate to that version of them. People can't give you what they don't have. So some people are there for particular seasons of your life because they are the people for that season. Every season, a person is not going to always travel with you to every season. That's what I wanted to say. Like, some relationships are relationships for this season, and then you cut that relationship off for a season, and then y'all pick back up where you left off. Well, in my solitude, I ask to know that's how it's true. No, I'm just kidding. That's India Ari. And it's to thy own self be true. That's India Ari. But in my solitude this morning, before I head out on my nature and adventure walk this morning, I decided to do a little bit of I wanted to know a little bit more about myself, and if there was an answer out there, if I asked. So I did some research on how not to let a person play on your heartstrings. And if you are like me, you want the people in your life and in your corner to be successful and to win. But when you are not feeling your best, you want to be alone. Sometimes the people in your corner don't understand how people need to heal. Because if I'm not feeling my best, I don't want to be around the people that I care for. Because you run the risk of hurting them, saying something that you don't mean in that moment. And it's so small. You run the risk of actually pushing somebody that you genuinely love and care for when you're not, in the right, when you're not feeling your best. Your money is like stuff is going wrong. You don't know how to respond. Like you run the risk of, when you're not feeling, so you have to be by yourself in those times. You have to be strong enough to tell a person, no, or not even answer your phone for the person, or not even answer, period. Just for anybody, if you need some solitude. And if people fuck with you and they love you, or excuse my French, if people mess with you and they love you, then they're going to pick up the phone still for you, because they're still wanting to have that connection with you. Long story short, the research that I did, because this episode is going to be shorter than hopefully 10 minutes. It was just talking about recognize emotional manipulation. Watch for guilt tripping, silent treatment, or over-the-top flattery. Now, I've done the guilt tripping before. As a woman, we are solid at guilt tripping a man. Like, we want him to feel sorry for us. I actually witnessed my mom doing this one time, because she is literally, like, she really is sick and whatever. So she was overplaying her sickness with her husband one time. Oh, mama, forgive me for telling this. And I just looked at it. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why can't you just be strong? And if he loves you enough, he should respond to you in compassion, because he loves you, knows that you're going through what you're going through. You do not have to pretend sick. You really are. So it just kind of, I looked at that and I was like, damn, that's fucked up. That was a form of manipulation. And we all do it as women. Like, one time my ex, he didn't care. I just made up a whole fucking problem. We do it all the time. Like, saying stuff like, oh, you don't care about me, just to get a reaction out of him. And we do it all the time, and we don't mean any harm by it, but it is getting what you want in a roundabout way or a ill way. Like, you shouldn't do that, right? So we got to check ourselves for that. And then ask yourself, do they only come around when they want something? Like, do a person only call you when they need you, when they want you? Are they not checking in on you to check how you're doing? If you're well, are they not caring about, like, your overall life? Like, what pieces of your life do they just only care to be a part of? Is this a real friend, or is this just a freak buddy? Okay? Because we have those too. And those lines of communication has to be very clear there. Like, this is just this. It's nothing more. Nothing more. So when a person is feeling the role of doing more, it's like they want more, but they want the benefits of having more with you without the actual commitment. And that's a joker. You need to get away from that person. I had a joker, okay? I don't know why I put up with it. It was giving me something in the time, in the season. And I was fine with it until I wasn't fine with it no more. And it started making me feel some kind of way. So, 2, when you are dealing with somebody, when you recognize that you are being emotionally manipulated, you need to pause before reacting. Don't rush into, like, fixing, helping, or comforting the person right away. Take a breath. Give your emotions time to settle and respond before answering to a person if they ask you for something, okay? Keep your boundaries clear. That's, you need to say no without explaining too much. So, hey, can I get some? No. Can I get a ride? No. Can you do this? No. Don't let guilt talk you into doing things your gut says no to. You know how when your homegirls be like, you want to come out tonight? You be like, nah. It's like you have to follow your intuition. 4, trust what you see, not just what you feel. If someone says they love you but shows you patterns of using or ignoring you, believe the pattern. I have ignored this red flag before. And it got me into a lot of difficult, bold situations where if you ever play these situations back, a person be like, you should have never talked back to this person again in your life. These are mistakes that we make as women because we overlook a lot of things that people do because, again, it's your heart. You want to be well with a person. You want to be good with a person. You want to show that person that you are capable of forgiving and moving on. But some people do take advantage of that forgiveness, right? And they know that you're the type of person that like to drop it, solve the problem really fast, whatever. They will try to take advantage. So you just don't need that. Number 6, you need to detach with love. So I could care for a person, like I could love a person. You need to detach with love before you hate a person. Let's just put it like that. Because a person will drive you to hate them, kind of push you to hate them. Like, I never hated a person in my life, but now you really making me feel some kind of way. And what is happening? So you need to be able to detach while you still care about the person. It is very crucial that you do this part just because you don't want that energy in you. Hey, it's such a strong word. God, I don't like using it. It's such a strong word. Unless I just really want to stop a pattern or a behavior in my life, I will say I hate looking like this. I do. Or I hate not having no money. So then I need to figure out how to go get money. Or I hate having money problems. Like, when you want to dead something and you want to stop something, you need to really hate it. And sometimes a person will bring you, so you need to really let go. You need to detach again with while you still care about the person a little bit. Even if it's not a lot, you like at your end, you're like, man, I just need to get this a break before I really stop fucking with this person. They making me feel some kind of way. Right? And then number 7, we have a plan for when they try again. Prepare for phrases like, I understand you're upset, but I understand you're upset, but I need space right now. That sounds hard, but I can't be the one to fix it for you. Sometimes people want to put you in a situation where you're the fixer for their life because they know that you are the fixer for their life. And they know that you could fix situations in your life. And sometimes you are put in that position to help a person because it's God ordained. And then sometimes, again, that manipulation, that emotional manipulation, they know that you're capable of doing X, Y, and Z, so they know that they could continue to come to you for X, Y, and Z. Have you been the person who's done the manipulating? I feel like as a human being, we all have the capacity to be the person to do the manipulate. It's a bad thing. It is a bad thing because sometimes you're so drained, you're just looking for some help. And when you are so drained as an individual or a person, you are not intentionally hurting the people you love, but you are essentially hurting the people that you love. You don't want to have low morale, low character based off of how you're treating the people that you care for, you love. You need to free up space in your conscience. You need to make decisions with good emotional standards and balance. You need to forgive yourself. You need to not continue to be little or trick yourself or lie to yourself. You need to continue to walk in your light, your purpose, and your truth. And that's why it's so important that you do not walk around here manipulating people emotionally. Don't be the manipulator and don't accept the manipulation. And it says you accept what you're willing to know. It says what you accept, what you continue to accept will continue to. So you have to dead it. You really need to cut it off, stop doing it, and leave those people in those relationships alone. And if God see fit in the future that the relationship is something that could be salvaged, then the Lord will see time, space, and He will make it fit for a time where things could, try to work themselves out in God's time. It has nothing to do with a person. It has nothing to do with people. It has everything to do with God's time, and if it will be beneficial for the both of you. Now, I'm so happy, y'all. I did under 15 minutes. I'm very proud of myself. So I want to end it here, and I want to thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. Again, this is your girl Amanda, aka Miss She's Determined, and yes, again, this is another episode, The Unorthodox Way, where we pod pretty much when the topic comes to hand. But I like to do things that sound clear. I have had other pods that I did not post, and it just was too unorthodox. Girl, okay, are they popping fireworks in the background? Can't hear you. But I want to encourage somebody out there to just pretty much, it does not matter where you start your journey of healing and practicing what you preach. Just begin to practice what you preach. If you're out here preaching self-healing, discipline, learn to carry those traits within in yourself. If you're preaching listening and teaching and all of this hustle, you're gonna have to practice the hustle. And then also learn to let go of the narratives, the false narratives that just keep popping up at convenient times when you want to do something amazing. Oh, this thought only come up when you want to do something amazing. Oh, this trigger only come up when you're ready to do something. Watch for that, because that's just the little you're going to have to shut that voice down, because every time you want to step forward and do something amazing, you need to just go ahead and do it. The idea didn't come to you for no reason. It came to you because you could fulfill what needs to happen. You guys have such an amazing day. Have such an amazing week, weekend, or whatever day you're listening to this. Have such an amazing, and let go of the stress. The stress is the things that try to come up when you're trying to say something positive. And again, like, it's that voice, that inner chatter is always trying to convict you, saying that something is wrong. You need to shut that voice down. Let your inner voice be a voice of love and kindness, respect for yourself and others. Be beautiful inside and be beautiful outside. Don't just be beautiful outside. Be beautiful on the inside, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. All right, you guys, be creators out there. Go and create the narrative and the new life that you want to create. Be determined to do that, and have a good one. Bye.